Hello and welcome to Empower IAS. In this session, we will discuss GS paper 1, and in that, basically, Indian society. So, in Indian society, we start with the syllabus, and that is there the features of India, and the first thing is features and diversity. The basic understanding of Indian society is very much required to answer the question from Indian society part. This part is very much important. Every year we are having many questions from Indian society part. So for that, I would suggest Indian society of NCERT, just to have basic understanding. And after that, the current issues, that is in context of this Indian society, like if there is anything related to globalization, related to women, related to child labor, poverty, we have to have certain kinds of understanding of these things in context of Indian society in paper, GS paper. Or for that, you are not required to go into the details of the debates or the perspectives that is there in relation to these topics. Rather, we have to overall understand the topics and write accordingly. So, for example, we can see that there is the diversity in the topic. So, this could be asked, what do you or what could be the possible or the major, what could be the major factors that unite India despite its vast diversity. So these kinds of questions could be asked. The questions already asked was like impact of globalization or effect of globalization on women in India. So these things that could be asked in GS paper of Indian section, okay, Indian society section. So for for this question, what could be a general idea that is required to answer? The question is the major factors, discuss the major factors, or what could be the major factors according to you. India is a diverse country, yet it is united. What are the factors that binds India together? The possible questions, how would you actually approach this question is important. For such kinds of question, we have to understand the basic features that India is, basic features of Indian society. So, for these major factors, we can see overall ideas we would have developed, and we have to write those things. We can see that India is having a kinds of tolerance for many years. You can say ever since this civilization exists, it has an inherent characteristic of unity or kinds of tolerance. Because of unity is inherent in Indian civilization, or you can say the Hinduism also, because Indian civilization basically you can interchange with Hinduism also. So Hinduism has basic characteristics of this unity or tolerance. So you can write this, our civilization characteristic is promoting some kinds of unity in India for a long period of times. Again, you can write that India is a diverse country. Very vast diversity is there, like Hindus, religious diversity. If we talk about Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, these three from very early period of time, these three considers, or for these three, it is there that India is a holy land for Hindus, Buddhists, and as well as Jains. So these three religious groups considers India as holy land. So this could bind these things together, these groups together, because of this attachment to the Indian land. Again, we have different religious groups like you can say Muslims, you can say Christians are there, Parsis are there. So what about these groups? We can say that Muslims are also having sacred places in India that is very, very sacred for Muslims, and that could be, you can say, the shrines of Moinuddin Chishti that is there in Ajmer, shrines, or you can say saints, very important saints are there in India. So these shrines or tombs or the saints' historical relation with the mainland of India, that actually gives Muslims a kind of attachment to the land because of this holy land concepts. It all because of their saints and shrines. Again, we have certain places for Parsis and Christians. So these things basically gives a kind of togetherness or attachment towards the male India, towards the land of India. This could be also a factor for the unity. Again, we can say that the constitutional protection that is there for every citizens, be it Hindu, Buddhist, Jains, Muslims, Christians and Parsis, and special provisions are there for religious minorities, for Muslims, Christians, for SC/STs, for OBCs. So these things also gives a kind of impetus for unity in vast diverse country like India. So these things are very much important. Even though these things are there, it seems that there should not be any disunity on dissensions in Indian society. Rather, it is there. And why it is so? You can also write that the factors that also affects the disunity and you can say dissensions in India. These are the major factors you can write here for disunity, and that could be डिसयूनिटी के फैक्टर्स क्या हो सकते हैं? We have kinds of rich poor divide, and that divide is very high, and it should be minimized as maximum as possible to strengthen India as a society. But there is some gaps. So gap between rich and poor, and again we find the most of the poor comes from certain categories, the low castes or scheduled caste, and this rich category people are also from the upper caste. So these things also gives a kinds of dissension in society, that looks that certain group sees that society or the Indian government is not bothering about bringing the lower ones to the mainstream or the forefront. So these things are there that actually gives a certain kinds of disunity in India. Again, you can say feudalistic mindset of this caste system. Caste system is also giving kinds of disunity. They are regionalism. One region is very developed, another one is not developed so much, and a kinds of regionalism is surfaced. So these things also affect our unity. We can write in this way. These are the basic things, the general ideas that is required in the Indian society. You have not to write anything that is, you can say, the debate between different perspectives. What you understand, what is your understanding, that is required in GS papers of Indian society, but in optional you have to focus more on the sociological thinkers. What thinkers is more important in sociology paper, but your analysis is also required there. But in you can say GS paper, your overall understanding of the Indian society is required, and that could be developed after having some basic knowledge of Indian society and keeping an eye on the Indian society's events that of the importance for Indian society. So the current issues are very much important here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully you understand, you got my point here. Thank you very much.